Brazil, the largest country in South America, stretches across vast landscapes, diverse ecosystems, and rich cultures. With its iconic Amazon rainforest, sprawling cities like São Paulo and Rio de Janeiro, and deep historical roots, Brazil is a country that reflects the vibrancy and complexity of Latin America. Brazil's story begins with its indigenous peoples, who lived in the region for thousands of years before the arrival of the Portuguese in 1500. The Portuguese colonization began a new chapter of Brazil's history, characterized by the introduction of European culture, Catholicism, and, unfortunately, the forced enslavement of both indigenous peoples and Africans brought to Brazil during the transatlantic slave trade. In 1822, Brazil gained independence from Portugal and became the Empire of Brazil under Dom Pedro I. This era marked a period of political consolidation, but Brazil remained one of the last countries in the Americas to abolish slavery, which it did in 1888. Following this, the monarchy was overthrown, and Brazil transitioned into a republic. The early 20th century saw periods of instability, dictatorships, and military rule, most notably from 1964 to 1985, until the return of democracy. Brazil is one of the world's largest economies, driven by its rich natural resources and a large, diverse industrial base. It is a global powerhouse in agriculture, being the top exporter of commodities like coffee, soybeans, and beef. Brazil's mineral resources, especially iron ore, play a key role in its trade relationships with countries like China. However, the country's economy is not without its challenges. Brazil faces issues like poverty, income inequality, and economic stagnation, which have been exacerbated by political corruption and mismanagement. Nonetheless, with economic reforms and its natural wealth, Brazil remains an important player on the global stage. The Amazon rainforest, often referred to as the lungs of the earth, covers much of northern Brazil and is the largest tropical rainforest in the world. It is home to unparalleled biodiversity, with countless plant and animal species that are yet to be discovered. The Amazon also plays a critical role in absorbing carbon dioxide, making it vital in the fight against climate change. However, deforestation and illegal activities, such as logging and mining, threaten the delicate balance of the Amazon. Recent years have seen international pressure on Brazil to better protect this critical natural resource, but the tension between development and conservation continues. Brazilian culture is known for its dynamism, shaped by its indigenous, African, and European influences. Samba music and dance are perhaps the most famous cultural exports, celebrated globally during the annual Rio Carnival. This week-long event is the epitome of Brazilian spirit, filled with color, music, and joy as samba schools parade through the streets in elaborate costumes. Beyond samba, Brazil is also home to bossa nova, forró, and funk karaoke, all contributing to the country's vibrant musical scene. Brazil's art and literature have also gained international recognition, with writers like Jorge Amado and Clarice Lispector, and visual artists like Tarsila do Amaral, making significant contributions to global culture. Modern Brazil is a nation of stark contrasts. On one hand, it is a regional powerhouse with a large, urbanized population, a significant cultural footprint, and abundant natural resources. On the other hand, it is a country grappling with poverty, crime, and political instability. The sprawling favelas or slums around cities like Rio de Janeiro highlight the deep economic inequality that persists. In recent years, Brazil has experienced a political divide, with corruption scandals affecting the government and shaking the confidence of its people. Yet, despite these challenges, Brazil remains resilient. It continues to be a beacon of cultural vibrancy, environmental importance, and a land of immense potential. Brazil has always played an important role in international politics. As a member of BRICS, an association of 5 major emerging national economies, it has been at the forefront of discussions on global trade, climate action, and regional leadership. Brazil's diplomacy has been crucial in shaping policies within South America, especially regarding the protection of the Amazon and leadership in the Mercosur trade bloc. Brazil's future holds both promise and uncertainty. With political reform, economic stabilization, and increased attention to environmental sustainability, Brazil could not only strengthen its domestic affairs, but also become a more influential player on the world stage. The Amazon rainforest, often referred to as the lungs of the earth, is the largest tropical rainforest in the world, and it spans across 9 countries in South America, but most of it is located within Brazil. Covering an area of over 5.5 million square kilometers, it is a vital ecosystem that produces 20% of the world's oxygen and serves as a crucial carbon sink, absorbing enormous amounts of carbon dioxide, which helps mitigate the effects of global climate change. The Amazon is home to an unparalleled diversity of plant and animal species, many of which are found nowhere else on Earth. The forest harbors more than 390 billion individual trees that are home to over 16,000 species, while the fauna includes iconic creatures such as jaguars, macaws, pink river dolphins, and thousands of insect species. Many species are still undiscovered, and scientists believe that the Amazon holds secrets that could lead to breakthroughs in medicine and biotechnology. The Amazon is not just a treasure trove of biodiversity, but also a cultural haven. The rainforest is home to more than 400 indigenous tribes, many of whom have lived in harmony with the forest for thousands of years. These communities depend on the forest for their food, medicine, and shelter. However, many indigenous groups face displacement as the Amazon comes under increasing pressure from external forces. Deforestation is one of the biggest threats to the Amazon. Over the past few decades, large portions of the forest have been cleared to make way for agriculture, particularly cattle ranching and soybean farming, which are major economic activities in Brazil. Illegal logging, mining, and infrastructure projects, such as road construction, further exacerbate the problem. Between 2000 and 2018, more than 17% of the Amazon was lost, and deforestation rates continue to rise. In recent years, Brazil has faced mounting international criticism over its handling of the Amazon, especially during the administration of President Jair Bolsonaro, under whom deforestation surged. Fires, many set deliberately to clear land for agriculture, have devastated large sections of the forest, and the global outcry has led to calls for stronger environmental protections. Efforts to preserve the Amazon have gained momentum, with international organizations, governments, and environmental groups working together to protect this vital ecosystem. The Brazilian government has made commitments to reduce deforestation, and reforestation initiatives are underway. However, the delicate balance between economic development and environmental conservation continues to be a contentious issue in Brazil. The fate of the Amazon is intricately tied to the future of the planet. As the world's largest rainforest, its role in regulating the Earth's climate cannot be overstated. Protecting the Amazon is not just a matter of preserving biodiversity. It is a global priority that requires cooperation on a massive scale. Brazil is a country that embodies diversity, natural wonder, and global influence. From the rich history of its indigenous peoples to the bustling cities of modern Brazil, the country offers a fascinating blend of cultures and contradictions. Despite its challenges, Brazil's potential is vast, and its role in shaping the future of South America, and indeed the world, remains undeniable.